And welcome everyone. This is Q here with some technical chart analysis you just might get something out of. So today is December 27th, 2012, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The markets are now closed, and this is the price action that happened today. What we're looking at here is a 3-month chart of the DJIND, Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is a candlestick chart, and the yellow line is the 50-day moving average. The purple line is the 200-day moving average. And then the two surrounding lines are my special proprietary envelope that I use. And you can see pretty nicely how it kind of bounces off that, and those come in pretty handy. So what I want to focus on today, though, is today's price action. What happened was, and again, this is Candlestick and technical chart analysis. We opened the day pretty much on the 50-day moving average. Throughout the day, the price action went down below the 200-day moving average, and then the price action went back up, and we ended up closing almost where we opened. Now that in candlestick charting is called a Dragonfly Doji, and under the right conditions, not always, but under the right conditions, it can be interpreted as a strong potential for up in the future, in the very near future. Now the reason this is so powerful for me is because it interacts with the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. As I stated earlier, it opened at the 50, went down below the 200, and all the traders that were involved, all the traders, this is the entire price action, decided that that was too low. The price does not belong down there. And so they brought it back up, and it naturally went back up because that's what all the traders said was natural, was proper. And so that's why it's a sign of a very strong sign, especially with the 50 and the 200-day moving average. Very strong sign of strong potential up. Now I have been faked out plenty of times before, so it's definitely not 100% like no trading is. So then what I like to do is I like to check out the S&P 500. So let me go pull up that chart. Alright, that was quick, huh? So this is the S&P 500, much broader average, much better indicator of the entire market, not just the 30 Dow stocks. Again, a 3-month candlestick chart. 200-day is purple, 50-day is yellow. And again, you can really see the difference here, or the effect here. We opened up above the 50-day moving average, went down and just touched this 200-day moving average, which is extremely significant, which I'll get into in the future videos. So we went down to the 200-day, and suddenly all the traders said, no, this is not natural, it should be up here. The entire price point moved up back above the 50 to the opening point almost. And that is extremely significant, especially with the 50 and the 200, and it touched the 200. Very significant, very strong potential for up in the future. And again, this is guessing more or less. I don't know the future. Don't bet the farm on my advice. So never do that with trading. You will lose, I'm telling you. So but boy, this is really very promising, and I'm gonna make a personal bet on it. A conservative trader on this information with candlestick trading would wait until confirmation the following day. So they'll wait until Friday's price action actually closes and see if it confirms this up signal. An aggressive trader probably wouldn't wait so much for the confirmation, and especially before the weekend. Who knows what the heck's going to happen? Okay, so there's the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average price action for December 27th, 2012. Now I'm going to pull up gold. Hold on one second. All right, here is the GLD. Most popular ETF for gold trading, and you can see here an example of a not so powerful Dragonfly Doji. We started the price action on this day. It was the December 20th. At 160, we dropped down below that. The traders said no, it should be higher, and so the price action went back up to 160 more or less. And again, that's a potential for upside, and you can see there was a little upside, but really not very strong. And the reason it was not very strong in my mind is because it did not touch my lower envelope. Again, when it interacts with these averages, these moving day averages, it's extremely powerful. And when it doesn't, not so powerful, not so much. And this is a great example of that. This is also a great example. What you want to take note of here, we entered a downtrend. Pretty much, well, it was kind of back here, we were messing around with it. And then after this day, this is definitely a downtrend that we entered. What I'm waiting for now, I'm going to see what happens in the future. If it goes up a little, maybe touches the yellow is the 50-day moving average, that'll probably come down below the 200-day moving average, and then we might touch it and then drop down again. That's next week's action. We're not sure. I'm not going to guess that far in the future. I pretty much look to the next few days and listen to the price action. So there's gold. I'm going to pull up oil. Alright, here's the oil chart. OIL is the ticker symbol that I'm looking at here. 3 month. And it's not really significant. This Dragonfly Doji, another one, that was more or less the price action in all the markets today, I guess. But it's not that significant because it's right in between the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. Anything in there is just consolidation. I don't really pay that much attention to the candlestick formations within this range. It's just consolidating at this point. I need to wait until it moves in one direction or another, and I'll see what it might say it's going to do. But that's what's been happening with oil in the past 3 months. You can see we're in a definite downtrend. It's having trouble breaking above this 50-day moving average. And then we finally did here, but we're still about below the 200, and I'm not going to do anything in between the 50 and the 200. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I appreciate your time, and I will bring another one. I will bring one of these at least once a week, and then if there's any interesting price action I think you should know about, I will definitely send you an alert via email. Thanks again for your time. I'll talk to you on the next one.